Call to order the meeting of March 20th. We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll for the City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, and the Parking Authority?
A quorum is present for City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, Finance Authority, and Parking Authority.
Okay, before we move forward, we have an item to pull, and I gotta find the number. Item number 4. We're gonna pull item number 4 under consent.
What about 3?
Oh, excuse me. Okay, it says here to pull item 3, CSA 3, and P1 to vote on it separately. That's not what I'm pulling. No, I'm pulling number 4. Man, I got this. So we're pulling item number 4. Alex, man, he's helpful.
Too excited.
Okay, any persons wishing, Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
I did,
Oh, you did?
yes.
We're all discombobulated. Any person wishing to address City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, Park Authority on any item on today's agenda other than number 4 on consent. Is that right, Alex?
That's it.
Okay, Alex says it's right. Other than the public hearing, may do so at this time.
Council members, I couldn't help but notice that not too long ago, an attorney came in and made a presentation. He was berated for not living in the city because his address was somewhere not in the city. And yet here you are choosing to award a $300,000 contract to an attorney's office that is not in the city. In fact, it's Avenue of the Stars. That sounds kind of, well, hypocritical at best.
We'll close public comment. And item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Move allow payments.
Second.
Madam Clerk,
City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority members, Dodson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
aye. What's the next scheduled matter, Madam Clerk?
The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to consider the adoption of a resolution ordering the vacation of the portion of Grosvenor Street.
Has the notice of the hearing been given in the time, form, and manners required by law, and do you have the affidavit on file?
Notice has been given and affidavit is on file.
Ever received any communications?
Yes, we have received communications, and I've placed them on the dais and for the public.
Okay, so we'll receive and file them. Is there a staff report, Mr. City Manager?
Atwell, Public Works Director, will give the staff report.
Mr. Atwell, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mayor and members of the City Council. This is a public hearing as we move through the vacation process for a portion of Grosvenor Street. Some of the requirements are we conduct a public hearing to receive public comments and to adopt the resolution, as well as direct the city clerk to publish the resolution. Currently, there are 4 properties fronting Grosvenor Street between La Brea and Beach. The property owners include the California National Guard, the Department of Motor Vehicles, Undercar Plus, which is an automotive service business, and also Marvin Engineering. A little bit of background. On June 17, 2015, Marvin Engineering submitted an application to the city for vacation of the public right-of-way within Grosvenor. Marvin seeks to lease from the city approximately 23,500 square feet of Grosvenor Street to facilitate the construction of security enhancements and parking near their facility. On September 2nd, 2015, the Planning Commission adopted Resolution Number 1741 and determined that the proposed vacation conformed to the city's general plan. On March 1, 2016, a public hearing was held to receive public comments on the vacation of a portion of Grosvenor, and Resolution Number 16-39 was adopted, giving Marvin 1 year to act by executing a lease. However, Marvin failed to act in a timely manner, and it's not completely Marvin's fault. There were some issues with the armory as well. On January 25, 2018, the Planning Commission reviewed and received adoption of a resolution stating that the proposed vacation of a portion of Grosvenor Street for use as additional parking by Marvin was in conformance with the comprehensive general plan. So Marvin has come back and asked for it to be revisited after the 1 year. With regard to Marvin Engineering's current application to vacate a portion of Grosvenor Street between La Brea Avenue and Beach Avenue, the Planning Commission and city staff have determined that the application conforms with the Inglewood Comprehensive General Plan and that it will allow Marvin Engineering to attract employees, operate efficiently, and increase worker productivity, which supports the new downtown Inglewood transit-oriented development, the TOD, goal to create a major economic engine providing jobs, sales tax, and other revenues. That concludes my report.
The public that want to address the council on this matter. Is there a member of Southern California Gas present that wants to address the council? Okay, if not, we received a communication that I'm going to read into the record. It's from the Southern California Gas Company, dated March 16th, 2018, to the City of Inglewood, Department of Public Works. Attention, Louis Atwell, Public Works Director. The subject is vacate Grosvenor Street between Beach Avenue just south of La Brea Avenue. We received notice of the resolution of intention to vacate the above-named streets pursuant to California Streets and Highways Code Section 8320. Southern California Gas Company maintains gas piping facilities within this area of this proposed street vacation, which facilities provide essential service to our customers. A location print is enclosed for your reference. We request that a permanent easement be reserved and accepted from this vacation pursuant to our franchise ordinance number 168164 and any renewals of it to permit the construction, maintenance, operation, replacement, removal, renewal, or enlargement of our present or future facilities pursuant to the franchise in, upon, over, and across the street or highway proposed to be vacated. See California Streets and Highways Code Section 8340, subsection A. When the resolution and/or ordinance have been recorded, please send a copy to us so that we may update our records and mapping. Thank you for bringing this matter to our attention. Should you have any questions or require additional information, please contact our right-of-way desk at 310-605-4165. Sincerely, Brian, B-R-Y-A-N, Angeles, Pipeline Planning Assistant. This is page 1 of 1, vacation reservation letter, reviewed by their legal department member Andrew Chung, 12/31 of 2009. And this is added to an exhibit to PH1. Okay, being that there is no public comment, a closed public comment, before we have the vote, one question, Mr. City Attorney, if we want to honor this easement, that have to be part of the motion?
Mayor, I believe that part of the easements are part of the vacation.
Okay, so it's already considered. Okay. Sure.
Requirement of the applicant under Section 8, Number 1 within the resolution to provide permanent easements to all the utilities.
Okay. Madam Clerk?
Council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. And
Item
Madam City
3.
Clerk, would you publish the said resolution? I make that motion.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Consent calendar, items 2, number 4 has been pulled. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So moved.
So moved with,
Second.
second. And just to clarify, we're pulling items
Right,
3,
but-
CSA 3, and P1.
Right. Well, that's why I skipped those. So we're only doing 2 with the exception of the ones that the councilman noted. Move approval.
Been moved in
Move
second.
second. Madam Clerk?
Council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Item 3, CSA 3 and P1.
Staff report recommending approval of an agreement with Miller Barondess to provide legal services to the City of Inglewood, Inglewood Successor Agency, and Inglewood Parking Authority.
So move.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
City Council, Successor Agency, and Parking Authority members, Dotson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. During the Parking Authority, SPH 1,
Staff report requesting that a public hearing be set to consider the adoption of an ordinance amending Chapter 3 of the Inglewood Municipal Code to prohibit or restrict the parking of oversized vehicles on a certain city street and/or during certain hours of the day.
set the public hearing for April 10th, 2018 at 2 PM. A1,
Thank you, Mayor. There's no oral reports from the city attorney's office.
CM1,
Reports, thank you.
CC1,
No reports, thank you.
Treasurer is absent. Call to order the successor agency already. CSA 2,
Approval of the minutes for the successor agency meeting held on March 6, 2018.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Successor agency members, Dotson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
I will join the successor agency. The Housing Authority has already been called to order. So H2,
Approval of the minutes for the Housing Authority meeting held on March 6, 2018.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Housing Authority members, Dotson,
Aye.
Padilla,
Aye.
Morales,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. Adjourn the Housing Authority. There are no appointments to the boards or commissions. Public comment, any persons wishing to address the city council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered on the agenda may do so at this time. 1 minute.
If you read, VA chief says he learned from his mistakes. They're in small print. You need to read and stay up to small print. Watchdog report. Failed VA leadership put patients at risk. Papers. Since 1960, no black progress in 50 years since 1960. That's Vietnam. They've been killing us left and right. I've been telling you this for God knows when, since I've been coming here. I accused the mayor of what I did, and I did accuse him, and I'll stand by it. And he has longer than I do to clean up and whitewash what I did, but he's a smart fellow, like he said with his 5 minutes last week. Heard of $1,000 attorney going to jail. I'm not talking about the attorney going to jail. I was talking about you. They got no problem with throwing you under the bus.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Council, and staff. West of Councilman Dotson. I would like to know what is required to get 4 stop signs on the corner of Arborvitae and 4th Avenue. Had a wreck about 3 different times because some of the residents want to park their cars on Arborvitae and you can't see around the cars. And when you pull out, cars are flying down the street at 45, 50 miles an hour. And then there's a hump, and they fly over that hump. Coming the other way, if I'm going straight across 4th Avenue and I have to cross Arborvitae, that's where the danger is. And so I'd like to request 4 stop signs for.
Well, actually, it's possible to have the traffic engineer go out and take a look at it and examine it, and I think Mr. Atwell's in the audience, and so we'll send somebody out to assess it. Well, I can't tell exactly when, but I'll tell you it'll be soon. Okay, all right.
My name is Willie A.G., and I live in the beautiful city of Inglewood, California. I just want to say this. coming up to be the #1 city in the United States of America. And all I want to know is my council and staff, everybody ready for it? Coming. Growing every day. And I just want the city to be ready for it when it gets here. Because it's coming. Absolutely. I thank all of you. Done miracles here. Somebody had told me 6 years ago this would be happening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Agee.
Council members, as you prepare to bring all this traffic through our community without consideration for the residents, I would hope that you bother to finish all of those nice little wheelchair ramps. Today I watched a man in a wheelchair on your block, Mr. Franklin, 111th and Prairie. He couldn't get off or couldn't get back on after he'd gotten off on one side on 111th and Prairie. Same thing occurs down the block. How is it that you plan on having all these people running down our streets, transit-oriented development, unless you plan on getting rid of us? Because at some point, those wheelchair ramped cost someone's life, because we need to take care of the residents of this community, that oft forgotten group of people, as you run around to please the people who are contributing to your campaigns, who invite you to dinners.
We'll close public comment. Council comments, to Councilman Dotson.
Thank you, Mayor. Ms. Sly, just to answer your question, I will call Lewis Admiral personally myself, but I wish you would do me a favor. I have an office. If anyone would call my office, I would take care of it right away. We wouldn't have to go to council to do that. It's not necessary. My telephone number at the office is 310-412-8602. There's someone there every day. Take care of this, could have been taken care of by now. So thank you, but please give me a chance to take care of it before you have to come to council meeting. Thank you very much. I had a block club captain's meeting this last Wednesday at ICOP Center. Very well attended. We had the police department, traffic parking department there. And I'd like to thank Mr. Chris Jackson and the mayor for their involvement in it. The mayor gave a wonderful presentation. Had been there, a lot of these questions could have been answered because he did a wonderful job in covering the whole spectrum of what's going on in the city. Mr. Jackson did a wonderful job with what's going on in the part when it comes to development coming here in the city of Inglewood. So we do this every other month. So put it on your calendar for next month and come out and join us. I also did a meeting with the merchants on Market Street. Market Street is our main downtown street. We want to do whatever we can to keep the best businesses we can get on Market Street. So I had a meeting with them, which I was invited there by the Chamber of Commerce. I want to thank them for inviting me, and I hope that they will invite me again. I would like for all of us to try to use some of the businesses on Market Street. We want good business there, but if they're not don't have customers, they won't be able to stay there. So please consider using Market Street. And we have a great affair coming up on March 31st. It's time now to pay tribute to Sam Cooke, the legend King of Soul. This will be at the Miracle Theater, 7 p.m., March 31st. So please put that on your calendar, come out. I think you'll really enjoy it. With that, thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your week.
Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it.
A couple of quick things. Number one is just a reminder, folks are always looking for careers in police and the fire department. And on April the 4th, which is a Wednesday, from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., LA County Fire Department is putting together a recruitment information seminar. So if there's anybody out there that wants to look at a career with the fire department, please come out. There'll be firefighters there to answer any questions you may have. You will receive some information that'll help you through this process. These processes take a long time. It's the same thing for the police department. So get an early jump, and I hope to see you on April the 4th. I also want to congratulate our Inglewood Police Department. Last weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, they kicked off the 120-mile Baker to Vegas relay race. It's 120 grueling, tough, hard miles in the heat and in the cold of the night. And our police department came out in their division. They came out in the top 5. So congratulations to all the men and women of the Inglewood Police Department for representing us at Baker to Vegas. Also, this coming Thursday night, the Chamber of Commerce is having a mixer. So if you own a business or you want to find out what's happening in the city of Inglewood with our business community, please come out to the mixer this Thursday night from 5:30 to 7:30. It'll be at Casa Gamino, which is at 4937 West Century Boulevard. Again, it's this Thursday night, starting at 5:30 at Casa Gamino, right at 4937 West Century Boulevard. So as you can see, we have a lot of exciting things happening in the city of Inglewood, and I want to thank everybody for coming out today, and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Franklin, District 4.
Yes, I too want to thank everyone for coming and expressing your areas of concern. Speaking of concern, just be mindful that this evening and tomorrow they're anticipating heavy showers, and that hopefully your home and your household is prepared for this transition. Other than that, have a blessed day. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Morales, District 3.
Same thing, everything was covered pretty good. Good night, everybody, good day.
Oh, my God. Okay. See, I didn't even have time to think. You guys kind of, you threw me off. While you're talking, I usually put things together. I know, and I know you.
You don't have to speak, brother.
I just wanted to, disability access is very important, and I want to thank Ms. Sobrano for, bringing that up. But I want to tell you that we have literally probably over 1,000 curb cuts have to be made in the city, because in years past, the city just didn't have the money to do this. It's not a cheap thing to do. And so what we have been doing is, in our street projects, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Atwell, as we resurface streets, we're instituting our curb cuts to maximize efficiency and to maximize the economy of doing the work. So while it's extremely important, I just find it odd that you bring it up now when we're doing more curb cuts than we ever have, at a rate we've never accomplished before. But I want you to know that it is very important. We won't be able to do these thousands of curb cuts all at once, but we are making progress, and we will get it done. With that, we're adjourned. Succinct.